And we back. Seeing Green, episode number
8.
Cinco. With my best friend, who can't be around us.
Cinco.
What is it?
Isn't it Ocho?
Ocho. We are back. Ocho. White boy got it wrong. It's okay. We're still learning a little bit of Spanish.
That's like basic level. You don't even need to know Spanish.
You had to graduate high school with that.
Shit, you learned that in elementary school.
Well, you got a rash?
Okay.
Chlamydia.
All right, so today we are going to talk about what we want to be when we grow up. Because right now we are not where we want to be, and we are not grown up yet, but one day we will be adults. So, future jobs, future life, things like that.
I'm going to kill this guy.
So what I want to be when I grow up is a famous podcaster.
I would love to be an astronaut.
There we go.
I still have dreams of making it to the NFL.
NFL,
So
see,
I haven't given up on
that's
those
what I'm
yet.
talking about.
Yeah.
It's called the American Dream for a reason. Don't give up.
So what steps are you taking to be in the NFL right now, Juan?
So I go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. I play flag football on Monday nights to keep the arm, loose, keep the cannon ready. And then I watch a lot of game film to be able to read defenses and know what to do at the line of scrimmage when my time comes.
This is
So I'm
good.
just waiting on my opportunity. Just waiting for, a couple more injuries in the league. They're going to run out of backups. They're going to look, they're going to look for local talent. I'm in Orlando, so right between Jacksonville and Tampa. They're going to be out of options. Trevor Lawrence always gets injured. Baker Mayfield, he can keep the job in Tampa because that's my team. So
What
when the
about-
Jags come calling,
What about the guy down south? He gets injured.
no, I'm not playing for them. Those guys are cursed.
Okay.
But the Jags, when they call Trevor Lawrence injured, they look around. They're like, "Hey, we had plenty of bad quarterbacks throughout our franchise history. Let's just pick up someone random, and I'll just be sitting there, kind of like Batman in the shadows, and I'll just appear and be like, I heard you guys were looking for a quarterback. As you see the flow, like I got the long hair that comes out of the helmet. Take off the helmet, got the flow, the facial hair. I kind of look like a quarterback already when you think about it.
I agree. I'm rooting for this guy. I would definitely put you on my team after that speech.
Juan's in the shadows
It's
with
like-
a trench coat, smoking a cigarette, and he just steps out.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm ready.
It's like that picture of the guy in the suit and just like praying on my enemy's downfall. That's me, just waiting for the Jags quarterbacks to continuously get injured so I can just
I love
pop
it.
out and have my opportunity.
Is there
love it.
anyone in a 200-mile radius?
Yeah. No, I think you can do it, bro. I really do. If Baker Mayfield can do it on the Bucks, you can easily do it.
Look, I'm the same height as Baker. My
Exactly.
build's a little different.
I think you
I'm
actually throw
probably
the ball
quicker.
farther too.
I think
Don't disrespect my king like that.
My bad.
my steps that I'm taking to become an astronaut, every single night I
Roll
climb
up
onto
weed.
my roof and I just look at the stars.
That's crazy, man. Y'all dream really big.
What steps are you taking to become a podcaster, man?
Kicking you two off the podcast is probably first step. Getting people that are funny, people that want to, be lively, people that fans want to watch. So that's my first step. I haven't taken it yet, but the first step is always the scariest. So I'm getting there. Man.
Chat in the comments of this video, put who the worst member of the podcast is so far through the first 8 episodes. Appreciate that.
It's me.
Appreciate that.
It's me.
It's not you, because we need you.
She's very beautiful to me.
So very gorgeous to me. Or whatever the fuck you said.
Oh, let's go, baby. Hype me up.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we kind of color coordinated today.
Oh.
God.
Whoa.
I just wear black shirts under everything that I wear.
We
So.
obviously couldn't do it because TJ doesn't text back, but somehow it still worked.
No text back gang. I only call Juan when I need him to pull up at 2 a.m.
He's on level 400 on zombies, and he just pauses his game to come, or he just hides in the corner
What do you mean hide in the corner?
because you can't pause a live game.
What do you mean pauses the game to come? What do you mean by that?
This boy's a freak. No, but
This is what I mean. We're not grown. This is what I mean, bro. I'm a child of God, bro.
I only call Juan around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. See what he's wearing.
I'm usually in the bubble bath, couple candles lit, music playing. You know,
Do you actually have a
toes
bath in your
sand.
house?
Some Marvin Gaye.
A bath in my house, like a bathtub.
Why is that
Yeah.
like such a? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have a bath. I wish I did. That's what I was going. That's what I was gonna say.
He has
I'm
2
jealous.
showers.
You don't have a bathtub. You only have the standing showers.
No, sitting showers.
I mean, there's showers with seats in them.
Yeah, if you're 80 years old
Yeah,
and you're
I don't understand.
handicapped. Okay, I got 2 showers. You can stand, or you honestly can sit if you want. It's up to you.
You know what? I sit down in the shower all the time, like on the floor.
I used to do that, and I turned 12.
I still do that shit to this day. And I cry a little bit.
I still cry. Yes, at least 3 times a night.
Do y'all play music while y'all taking a shower?
For sure. I worship in the shower.
Depends.
I just don't play music
Depends.
anymore.
Do you clean yourself when you're in the shower?
Nah.
Nah.
What kind of body wash do you use?
Whatever my wife has in the little pump that we use.
That's a good answer. Do you know what it is now?
Nope. It smells good though. Right now, it's peppermint.
Oh, so you too? Okay. I use Native. If you guys know what Native is.
I also use. Well, I use
Get
native.
that from Target.
Target, yeah. I just went to
I think,
that.
I think that's what I have.
Yeah. Coconut, vanilla, coconut vanilla.
Yeah,
I just got
Yes.
Big Pump.
that's what we're using. But we use it. We use
It's like a rectangle.
Yeah, it's
white
white.
rectangle like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're on the Christmas one right now. We got a big
Fire,
Christmas one,
yeah.
so it smells like
You know,
peppermint.
you know.
Yeah, I
you know.
use I use native for shampoo and conditioner. I don't use it for the body wash. I can't remember the name of the shit that I use for the body wash,
I
but
use
it's from
tea tree
Target as
oil.
well.
Shampoo and conditioner. I use tea tree oil. I think it's a brand, but they got a couple different ones. But it makes your hair. It's like I don't know what they do with it, but it makes your head feel cool. Like makes your scalp feel like cool. You know, like when that vapor rub when you put on, it has that like cool feeling.
So it's like peppermint
That's how I put
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What?
tea tree oil. It's tea tree oil. I
Well,
know
because
what
like
tea
when
tree
you
oil
put
is.
like if you put like peppermint whatever substance or whatever the fuck on your skin, it gives you that like breeze almost. It's like when you breathe in
Yeah.
after
But it doesn't
chew and
smell
go.
like peppermint.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about the feeling of it though. Like
yeah, I
like
guess,
the Vicks vapor rub and shit like that as well. It feels like that is what you're doing.
I use Head and Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Do you guys use a separate face wash or no? You just use the soap?
White soap to them face.
Are you talking about like
Yeah.
are you saying do you separate the
I have a face wash that I use. Like I don't use soap for my face. I have.
So in the
face
shower, I
wash
got that, but then I
use.
got something called clindamycin pads, and that's like you wipe it down. That helps with me.
I wash my face with the same thing I wash my body with, but I also Renee also has like this face wash you're supposed to use after you like get the dirt off, or I'm not sure what it is. It's probably just like some type of softener more than maybe.
I'm not gonna lie though, I am jealous, but like the girls do have the good smelling stuff usually in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean before I like lived with Sam, I would just have the big Old Spice thing, hit that body, and then shampoo and conditioner. I don't even know. I
Do
don't
you-
think I used conditioner before.
Do you use
Sam.
that little? Do you use that little thing where you rub it on you?
a loofah?
Yeah, loofah.
I have this like little like sponge pad type thing that I use.
I
It's
use
not
a
like the
loofah.
stick, you know, or like in the movies, but. it's just
I don't
like
have the
just going up
stick.
with
I
soap
have
and-
the hand loofah with the little white rope thing that attached to it.
You do smell pretty good though.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it smells like ass.
Nah.
Do you guys use cologne? I
Yeah.
think you both do. I think I know the answer to this. but-
Versace.
So I usually use cologne, but I haven't had cologne in like a month.
I'm going down
Sam
bad.
just bought me cologne. Sam got me cologne for Christmas, and I've never worn cologne. I don't use it. Like I don't know. So I don't know when to put it on. It's like Chanel something, but
Just put it.
well,
what
you
do
don't
mean?
put it on like every day.
No,
I
no.
feel
Like, if you went on a date, now you put
I
it
used to
on,
put
or if you're, like,
cologne
going out,
on every
you're just
day.
Going out. Yeah, I put it on. Like, nah, not to work though, but when I go out with like friends or I go out to like see a girl or something.
Even for work, I put it on.
I do 2 sprays, throw some on the wrist, clap it on the neck a little bit.
I be fucking
100%
drenched in cologne,
shooter.
bro. That sounds smell like I rolled around in that shit, bro. I be fucking drenched in
No,
cologne.
I like when it's like a little bit, just a little scent though, which I have right now. Somebody got it for me, bro. It's like I love it. It's the best cologne I've ever had. Versace. I don't know if you guys heard of that. Some people haven't heard of that.
Versace.
I don't know. I just know
Versace.
cologne is expensive. Like
Not
a
if you
nice
go to-
cologne is expensive, boy.
But that's just something you do, you know. Like that's just something you get.
It's not. It's never something I've done. So I wouldn't know until I like went.
All right,
That's
well,
actually
it's something we
probably
do at
why.
least. Why what?
No, no. I went, like last year, I went to look at cologne and I saw the prices of it, and I was like, I'm not buying this.
Oh,
That's
I got
crazy.
you. I mean, there's good cheap cologne too.
Yeah, I
there's
get
one
the
that's
good-
called
I just
Ocean.
like don't really get the point of it completely. Like
It's
if I do laundry, my clothes smell good. If I take a shower, my clothes smell good.
What?
Like, what am I
What
adding
is?
another scent?
I mean, it's just an extra layer of smelling good.
It's just cologne, bro.
See,
It's not
but
that
what you
deep.
do is you go to
Not that
Marshalls or like TJ Maxx, and they
Yeah.
have the expensive cologne, but
Yeah.
for the low.
Yeah, like 6 years ago cologne that's expired.
That too. My skin start itching every time I put cologne
You
on.
smell good though, honestly. Is what it is. You still smell good though. Nah, my cologne's fire. Honestly, should I get it?
Yeah, if you want to. This boy didn't even let me finish the sentence. He just got to grab that shit.
Now that he's gone,
Oh man, there's a lot of
what kind
weird.
of toothpaste do you use?
Fuck, what is it called? It's something like Sensodyne or some shit like that. I don't know the name of it.
All right, we
And
got
Renee
three.
typically buys the our like together bathroom shit.
All right, so this is the one I use. It's called Versace. Versace Eau de Toilette.
That boy got toilet water.
And then I got the backup, Dolce and Gabbana. Good guys, very good guys. And then I got Gucci by Gucci. So one, if you need some
That boy just
cologne,
walked in. That
I
boy
got
just
it.
walked in and said, "Yo, give me the most expensive brands you got." And I said, "Oh, right this way, sir."
no, I didn't even buy.
said, "Y'all
I didn't
got
buy
designer?"
those two. I didn't buy all three of these actually. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I've
Give me
bought cologne in a while. Renee typically
Be
buys
honest.
my cologne. Okay.
He's gonna be honest, chat.
Mm-mm, that boy's gonna go home to his wife and she's gonna be like, "Why do you smell like that?"
I'm like, watch the episode. Watch the episode. I'm like, watch the episode right now. Smells amazing.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Like rate it.
I'm gonna be real. Most colognes smell the same to me.
No, that's weird. I don't understand that one.
They most of them. I think they all have the same base. I could be wrong, but they all have the same similar scent. What was I gonna say?
Very wrong, by the way.
Okay, I'm not a cologne.
I don't think
connoisseur.
anyone would ever agree with that.
What are some weird smells that people don't like that you like? I like the smell of gas.
Gasoline.
Love
I
the
like
gasoline. I
Pineapple
love the smell of
Express.
gasoline.
I like the smell, and I might get cooked for this, of cigarettes, but when it's not on someone's body, just like in the air.
I mess with cigs.
I've never
Look,
smoked a
watch my
cig
when I say
before.
this, watch my nose.
Boy.
Fuck
Yeah.
no.
Oh, fuck.
That shit is gross, bro.
I like the smell of cigarettes in the air. I don't like when it's attached to people. If your clothes smell like cigarettes, it smells a little weird.
You
but
used
when
to
it's in
bum
the air-
cigarettes?
I've never smoked a cigarette a day in my life.
When I used to drink, I used to bum some cigs.
Bro, when me and Cody drank one night, we smoked the whole pack. Back to back to back to back. to
That's
back.
wild,
Bro,
though.
It was crazy. It was so, like, when me and Cody talked, it's a good memory, but I don't know why we did it. He was just like you said, like, when you drink a good amount, you're like, damn, I could go for a cigarette right now.
Yeah.
And I think either Cody or I said that because we were chilling on the balcony of the boulevard. And he was like, I could go for a cigarette. And I was like, oh, I could probably smoke one right now, too. And he was like, I have a pack in my room. Because why wouldn't he? Because he's Cody. Shout out him.
Yeah,
And
if you
then
know,
we
you
just
know.
grabbed them, and we just, like, we were talking. We were both drunk, and it was just like, one cigarette down, another one straight out of the pack. Literally, without skipping a beat, just another one.
That's
Whole
insane.
brand new pack gone in one sitting. And then we were like, should we go get more? And for some reason, yeah, we were tweaking that night.
That's
but
wild.
Them boys started
I
chain
know.
smokers in one night.
That's
it was
wild.
bad.
You remember me smoking a
Go ahead,
cigar
bro.
on that same balcony?
I threw up.
Did I say that?
I puked.
I don't think somebody was out there when you were throwing up. Like, I think I was out there and somebody else was, and then like maybe Jonah and Hannah were inside already, and so like we came inside to
different.
like clean you up or like whatever. And I think Jonah was like, "What happened?" And you were like, "I threw up."
That's
Well,
'cause you don't
that was my
inhale.
first ever cigar, so I didn't know you're not supposed to inhale them. So I was fucking chiefing that bitch,
I
bro.
was-
I was like, all right, it's time for me to go home, and I'm drunk at this point,
I
and I'm
remember.
walking
I
and
already know what
walking,
you're talking about.
stumbling, fell on the couch,
That Cubano hit him. That's crazy.
all over Cody's leg.
You remember when we graduated high school, we smoked a cigar out in front of my parents' house?
Yeah, with Shamar.
I almost threw up.
too.
I almost threw up.
Yeah.
I went into my
You remember-
bed.
Let me hit you with the way throwback. You remember at John and Hillary's wedding.
Oh my god!
Trying to get Bose, like trying to get him to understand how to smoke a cigar. And this guy, yo,
Shout
that was
out
crazy.
Bose. I gotta tell that story. Oh my gosh. So my brother got married, Johnny Boy, 5'6" Ace. Shout him out. And Hillary, my sister-in-law. They're the best. But during their wedding, our friend Bose, he never smoked a cigar, and he's just, you know, he's just Bose. But he grabbed the cigar, bro, and my brother's boy, Nick, is over here just he's trying to light the cigar, bro. And Bose is like, he's like not puffing, he's just going like this. And nothing's happening, bro. I'm pretty sure my other brother Cody's looking at him like, dog, what is wrong with you, bro? Oh, dude, we could talk about a lot at that wedding. I called my crush that night. I
Bro, I
threw up
remember that.
everywhere that night. We were
I left.
16.
Someone sketched me out because they were like, yo, Steve's mom's gonna come in and be so, like, she's gonna ask what we're doing, we're all gonna be in trouble. And I was like, yo, I gotta go. I had my friend pick me up at like 4 in the morning. I was sketchy because they were tweaking out on me.
Dude,
And
that was a
everybody
good
just
night.
like, bro, Jay was talking about walking back to Wellington. We were at the Sunday house.
In
Deep
Del
in
Rey.
Del Rey, right? And Jay was like, or Jay and Bose were like, yo, search how far the walk back to our house is in Wellington right now. They were talking about walking home because everybody was freaking out about how, because this guy was blacked out,
I was
drunk,
gone.
throwing up everywhere.
I told myself, I was like, my brother's getting married, bro. I'm gonna have a time.
Bro, he's on the phone with his crush at the time, and like they're talking, and then I'm like, all right, well, you know, he's a little out of it right now, so I'm gonna lay him down. And then while he's still on the phone, like I'm like trying to hang up, he's just like, boom, guts gone. And I was like, all right, yeah, we gotta go. And I hung up on her, and I was like, oh man, oh man.
I remember taking like the half and half for coffees, bro. And I turned into freaking an MLB pitcher to that door. Vink, vink, vink. Blasted those things right on the door, bro. I don't know how we didn't get kicked out. Probably because my brother spent a lot of money on a wedding.
I don't know. Just, that could be it.
That was a good time.
I don't think I've ever blacked out
was
before.
Never?
No. I've gotten drunk to the point where I've thrown up, but I don't think I've ever like lost.
I know. I can always remember, to be honest. I didn't black out that night.
Yeah, like I get super drunk, but I just never been to a point where I was like, I don't remember what happened last night.
Yeah, I remember that.
But Juan, on the other hand, I'm locked up.
Won't let me out.
Yeah, but I remember that. remember
I know, but that was still a
that
funny
night.
night.
Was crazy.
Yeah, that night was
I'm
insane.
not gonna talk about what happened that night because that
Yeah.
would like put some people in some weird spots. But
But-
that night was
Long
insane.
story short, though, Juan was leaving a neighborhood, and the front gate was like, I don't know if there just wasn't like a walk-through door. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but Jonah was driving.
No, there was, but I was drunk.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't see it. And to add some more depth to the story, one of my top 5 songs of all time is "Locked Up" by Akon. So whenever that song comes on, I'm
I don't even know if that song played that night, bro.
It wasn't, but because I was drunk, it was in my head. And so I'm leaving this apartment complex, and Jonah's on the other side of the gate in the car with TJ, Hannah, whoever else was in there. And I'm standing in front of this gate that won't get open. And so I just grab the bars and I'm locked up, they won't let me out. And Jonah's like, come on, bro, I have to pee. And I'm just like, what do you want me to do? I'm locked, like I can't get out. I'm locked up.
I think I have the video somewhere, but Jonah's like, I'm just gonna leave him or something like that. Jonah was so pissed, bro.
And I think that's why he was so mad, because I'm pretty sure there was like the walk-through gate 10 steps to my left or right, but because I was spinning, I was just like, yeah, I can't get out of here, like what do you want me to do? And then one of them finally got out of the car and was like, come. And I was like, oh, say less.
Drunk one,
But
man.
yeah,
Yeah, drunk
That
Juan
guy's
was
cool.
something else.
Ah.
Something else.
I'm hammered right now.
Drunk
There's
Juan
whiskey in this cup.
used to yell at us all the time. Bro was abusive when he got drunk.
Yell. Maybe, I don't know.
I know, it was just that one time when the Uber driver almost ran your sister over, and I was pissing. Like,
Oh no, it was hot, bro. Yeah, because nobody, bro.
I wasn't even nearby, and he yelled at me.
Juan
I
yelled
don't
at
think
you?
Steve was there.
Oh no,
I don't think Steve
wasn't
was there. Usually when I get into fight situations, Steve is nowhere to be found.
No, I've been there when you want to fight. They just see me and don't
No,
fight.
but when it comes to actually happening now, like the one time where I've actually fought and you weren't there, And then the one time that TJ's talking about where me and this guy were like face to face, but then I decided not to fight because my sister was there. And then I turned around and none of my friends were there. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not just going to fight right now.
I just hear Juan screaming from like 50 yards away, and I get up there. He's like, "Where the fuck were you?" I was like, "Bro, I was pissing in the bush, bro." He's like, "This fucker almost ran my sister over. None of you guys had my back." I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I can't predict the future, but apparently the Uber driver was huge, so I'll give him some grace."
Yeah,
Bro, it's like one of those things where you're like talking to somebody and then they're like sitting down so you don't realize how big they are. And then he got out of the car and it's just like it just kept growing. And I was like, all right.
You put your sister right back in front of that car. You said, "Sir, press that pedal."
Juan's like,
like it that much.
Press that pedal.
That's only
Juan's
my
like,
half-sister.
I'll
Straight.
help you out. Fuck it, let's jump her, right?
I hate this mother.
I started acting like one of those airport guys. I was just like, come on, sir. Bring it this way. Ooh.
Press that pedal, right pedal, just squeeze. Yep.
No,
Here,
but-
you get out all hitter. Watch. That way you don't even, they don't even know that you did.
I'll drive you home too. All right? What you want? You want some coffee? What you hungry?
You tired? You go inside and drink. I'll drive your Uber drive for the rest of the night. I'll still
Come
worry
on.
about it.
You get the money though. And stay off those rates for a little bit.
No, I think it was my first time ever
now.
hearing Juan scream though, because that boy was pissed.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Juan's yelled at me before, I think. Have I yelled at you? Probably.
I don't know,
Probably millions of times, actually.
We just don't be yelling
I
at each
didn't
other.
really think I've ever been in a fight with either one of you. Like,
Why you acting like you fight every
that.
week?
No. I'm talking about like an argument, like a disagreement or something like that with you guys. Like I don't think I've ever had like a serious disagreement or argument with either one of you.
Yeah, no.
We're just cool. We're just
Yeah, me
we don't
and
care,
I mean, we just don't fucking argue
we
for
don't
real.
care, bro. And whenever I do argue with people, I just mess with them, and I'm just like,
Yeah, when there is an argument, it's just like
I just manipulate.
I just dap them up afterwards. I'm like, we good.
Yeah, I don't know, cause there's been some fallouts in our friend group. Now everything's good again though, but like I definitely know there've been some
Me and
beefs in our friend group.
me and my boy got in the fight or argument. Big dog. Oh, you guys weren't even there.
I don't know.
I don't want to talk
I'm
about
lost
it.
right now, but all right.
Yeah. All right, let's keep moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. We'll talk about it when we have them on the podcast.
What about? Didn't you guys have like a crazy night in a Steak and Shake one time? That was a crazy story.
Nope.
Okay.
Never happened. Just telling the story. Like, no. So what happened was, it was one night. It was up in Tallahassee. Juan
crazy,
swears
bro.
in Palm Beach, but I know for a fact it was in Tallahassee. We went to Steak and Shake. It was late. Steak and Shake. Is Steak and Shake open 24 hours or it just closes late?
It used to be pre-COVID. It was open
24
Okay.
hours.
Yeah. So
Frisco Melt.
I'm not sure if you guys remember,
I'll
but
take two.
couple years back, there's two black guys who were sitting in Starbucks, and they were. I'm prefacing the story.
Yeah, man.
And they were waiting for someone to meet them there, and they got kicked out. So I don't know why this guy even brought up the story, because the correlation when you break it down don't even make sense. But we're sitting at Steak and Shake. It was like 1
It
a.m.
was almost
maybe.
a fight. That's why.
It's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., some shit like that. And, we're chilling. We got there. We ended up getting our food. It did take them some time to give us our food, but, we waited because it's 2 a.m. There's one person in the kitchen. And these people showed up right after us, or a little bit after us. They ordered their food, and they were probably waiting for, 30 minutes or something like that. And this guy stands up, and he's like, "You guys are treating us like the Starbucks treat the black people," or whatever the fuck he said. And and he just erupted. And then the person that I was with at the time, she was just fucking arguing with the guy. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, all right, I don't give a fuck. This guy's ignorant and stupid. I don't really care. Say what you gotta say, get off your chest. I live in the South. And then the more north you go, the more southern it gets in the state of Florida. So I was like, I don't really give a fuck. What? And it was weird. We were talking to them earlier that night.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We were joking around.
They were coming from somewhere, and it was like slow service. Whatever. People make jokes. Yeah, it is pretty slow. Blah 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 blah. Laughing about whatever. Just common ground that you find with strangers when ain't shit happening, and
Yeah.
you're kind of just in a situation where other people are there. And then it just turns south real quick, and me and TJ are like, okay, let's just get out of here. Let's just leave. And the person TJ was with at the time was like, no, that's messed up. They can't say that. That's, you know, you should be upset too. And it was just like, what are we gonna fight? Like, what are we actually gonna fight them? Like, is that what's gonna happen right now? Like, who does that help out for anything? And yeah, it was a tough spot. It was weird.
And the
Very
manager of the Steak and Shake, he was a black guy. He was working at the time, and he just fucking flipped out, saying, "Oh, let's go outside." And it was like 3 of those guys and just him. He got outside, took off his button down, and my boy was ready to square up, and we're just sitting out. We're just sitting out. Did the cops? Were we there for the cops to show up? I can't remember.
Yeah, but then they were just like, everybody just, you know, leave, whatever.
That's
We
crazy.
couldn't get her to leave. We couldn't
What's
get
the
our friend to leave,
what's the moral of the story? Because I have the moral of the story if you guys want to hear it.
Let's hear it,
man.
man.
Don't be racist.
Why would I be racist, dog? What the heck?
He's saying that's the
No,
moral of
you
the
said
story,
moral
you
of the
idiot.
story.
No, the moral of the story is control your significant
Racism.
other. Significant other. Yeah. No,
I mean, that wasn't really the moral because we didn't get in the fight. Nothing happened to us.
I wasn't there, so I'm just kind of messing around. But if we're talking about fights, I've been in a fight before.
Yeah.
I'm actually famous for getting into a fight.
Oh, I forgot. That hit the news.
So the one fight I got on, oh boy, got put on the local news. Your boy's a superstar again. That right hook, clink, clink, tap, 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 tap. Nah, but just me and some boys drinking at a bar in Jupiter, and some drunk rednecks slapped my boy in the face, and then everyone started fighting. And the next day, Facebook video, this guy filmed it on a balcony, and it was on the local news. So if you Google fight in Albacoa, you will see me getting smacked in my mouth and fighting back. So
Does your mom know about this?
everyone knows about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking degenerate.
Nah, I didn't do anything. So now the video goes is like, I'm trying to separate everyone because I'm sober. I really am trying to go home. And then this guy's girl's in my face, like, rah, 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 you know, doing whatever she's doing. And this guy like sneaks around her, bro. And he caught me. He caught me clean. But a guy like me doesn't go down like that. You already know that, right? So a guy like me, clink, comes right back up. Pop, 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 pop. We roll on the floor a little bit. Get up. Kept it moving. Hopped in the Uber. We ride away, and then the cop car came right behind us.
How long ago was this?
Oh my gosh, bro.
Like 5, 6, 7?
21. I was 21 probably. Maybe 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Steven's still seeing a therapist to this day. He just...
If I got knocked out on camera, bro, I promise you I would not show my face anywhere.
I have that on a t-shirt.
If I got knocked out on camera, everyone used to, that's what my old friends used to say. They're like, bro, you got knocked out on camera, but I didn't get knocked out.
It's like that one clip where he's like, if I get knocked out and the motherfucker's recording, I'm not going to shoot the person who knocked me out. I'm going to shoot the person holding the
Bro,
camera.
for real though.
I'm gonna shoot
I
the person
promise
holding
you,
the
bro, I could tell you where that guy was, like from the view of his camera he was filming. I would have been knocking on his door, bro, and if he didn't answer, I would have been sleeping in that hallway waiting for that man to go to work. I promise you he would not be awake the next day, bro. He would be dead.
Getting knocked out on
Probably
Getting
camera.
knocked
opened the
out
door. If he
camera.
got knocked out, he would have been like, I could take that.
Well, maybe do what the other guy
Yeah,
did.
bro. But 2 bullets to his chest, bro. I don't know.
Getting knocked out on camera has to be just awful.
That's crazy.
And like getting knocked out, like say you're in a school fight and you get knocked out, you know somebody got that video.
That's
like you
crazy.
know somebody got that on.
Bro, what
you
does
gotta
it feel like?
you gotta yeah, what knocked out feel like?
Hey,
I'm
next
All
podcast,
right,
TJ
quick.
gonna knock me
TJ,
out.
Knock out Steven. Yeah.
Next podcast.
Oh, man.
I heard
That's
you just
funny.
wake up with a bad headache. Like you just wake up.
Just a
and
bad.
you're like, you just have a headache.
I've had like seconds where I like slightly. Maybe you will consider this knocked out. Oh, I got another story to tell. You consider this knocked out, but like you just kind of, it's like a blink of an eye where it's just like maybe 1 second where it's just like nothing, and it's from a car accident.
Oh, damn.
But speaking of being knocked out, I wish Cody was here so he could tell the story. We were watching the Super Bowl. I think this was like the first year Patrick Mahomes won or some shit like that. I can't remember. Cody wrapped his legs around like a bar chair, like the high chairs. He wrapped his legs around it, and he's rocking back and forth, and he just fell forward. But since his legs were wrapped around the fucking legs of the chair, he fell, hit his head on the fucking living room table, and knocked himself out for like 2 seconds in front of his whole family. And
It's only Cody though. Like if you said anyone else, I'd be like, really? But like Cody, I'm like, obviously.
And he gets up and he's like, "What happened?" Or whatever the fuck he said. He's like, "I think I just knocked myself out." It was cooked, and he had like a little nugget on his
Bro, I got another story about Cody. When we were younger, so Cody was my neighbor growing up. He lived across the street from me, and we were swimming in his pool, bro. And he was doing it. I couldn't do it. He was doing something called a gainer flip or ganger
I know
flip
what a
or
gainer-
something.
all right,
So
you
a
know.
gainer flip is when you run straight, but you have to do a backflip when you jump.
Yeah, you like
when
kinda-
you jump.
You're
You feel
drunk.
me?
You
So
like
he
kinda
did
kick
that,
forward enough.
and he did the backflip, yacked his head on the damn wall. His boy comes out. His mom comes out. Cody, you have to stay awake. You have to stay awake. You can't sleep. You know how she is. Good mom. Like obviously she felt. I think he was okay, but he almost knocked himself out again doing the gainer flip.
Shit, that night of the car accident I was talking about, I didn't want to fall asleep that night because
Yeah,
I
it's
fucking,
scary, bro.
Bro, I rocked my head serious. Like the car instantly caught on fire, just
Wait, what?
burst into flame. Or not the whole thing, but the engine in the front area.
Dang, bro, that's crazy.
That shit was.
Did you figure out how to drive after that?
I wasn't driving.
All right.
I've never gotten in a car accident while I've been in 3 car accidents.
And you weren't driving.
And I've never been.
That's why I
driving.
always drive. That's the reason, bro. I don't trust no one.
Well, with 2 of the situations, we got hit, and then the one where I knocked out, we had someone like wouldn't slow down, and we had to kind of turn, and they were right in our ass, and as we're turning, my boy's steering wheel like kind of locked up, so it kind of like made like a slight slant, and we
That's
crashed
wild.
directly into like the little statue fountain areas that's in front of like the nicer neighborhoods and
Oh
shit
yeah,
like
you
that.
told me about that one.
Yeah,
Actually.
and that shit was.
See, the difference of me and your boy is I got spidey senses.
So what would you have done different?
Like if my spidey sense would have went off if the car was going this way, I would have went that way.
The steering wheel locked up.
Nah, then my spidey senses would have let that happen.
Locked up.
Won't let me
out.
out. No, but
Yo,
the-
go ahead.
I was gonna say the car instantly went into flames. My glasses flew across the dashboard, or flew somewhere. I couldn't find them. My phone screen cracked up my chin, and I was just bleeding down my fucking chin.
Dang, bro, what the heck?
And yeah, that shit was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. On a lighter note, tying into Steven saying he never lets anybody drive his car. Before we wrap up this lovely episode, when we were in high school, me and Steve went to some New Year's party out in Loxahatchee. Didn't think it through all the way in terms of like, we were like, okay, we'll just stay there. But the party was literally in the middle of the woods. Like, it's just like nowhere to stay. So I think it was our buddy Mayfield's like car that we tried to sleep. Like Steven was in the back seat and I was like in not the trunk because it's a Jeep, but like the bed of it, kind of trying to sleep, uncomfortable. We stayed there till about like it had to be 5 or 6 in the morning. I'm like, yo, we should leave. This is like, what are we doing? Steve was like, I don't want to drive. I was like, don't worry, I'll drive your truck. And he was like, that's not happening. Somehow convinced him that I'll be able to drive his truck because, Steve back in high school would be like, oh, not everybody can drive this big rig, whatever. So I whip it all the way home to his crib in Delray at the time. And then as we're like pulling in, I'm like, yo, what if like...
Talk about
or he
spidey
goes,
senses.
he goes, I hope my mom isn't awake. And I was like, why would you say that? Like, why would she be awake? Like, it's 6 a.m. Why would she be awake?
That's my
He's
mom.
like, oh, she won't be. We're good. As soon as we turn down his street, we can see his house, and lo and behold, who opens the door as I'm about to whip the truck into the driveway? But his mom just opens the door right on cue. And I'm like, well, it's over for us. And she wasn't even my mom. And I was like, well, I'm in trouble, but here I am. And so we get out, and Steve walks in, or is like, we're walking in the house, and she goes, Steven, are you drunk? And he goes, yep. And then just walks right past her, goes to bed. And I was like, oh man. And at the time, me and Steven were we were like friends. We were not good friends as we are now, but I was like, damn, I don't know if I'm close enough to this guy to be in this situation. Like, I'm pretty uncomfortable right now.
I have a good relationship with my mom, so she understood like the sober guy
Yeah,
who
there
was
was
only
no,
6
it
beers
wasn't
deep
like
drove.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sober at the time. I didn't drink like that in high school, so I didn't even really partake in any of the activities. But yeah, that was one of the funnier moments of my
That was
entire life.
a good New Year's party.
And you hate, like, of course you hate disappointing your parents, but disappointing, like a close friend, parent as well. It's just
Yeah,
like
wild.
it's a little sad. But I got one story before we get out of here, just to wrap up the
Hey,
situation.
that's what I said.
Huh?
I said, hey, that's what I said.
All right,
Go
tell your
ahead.
story.
Go ahead. Yeah.
One night, me and my boy Mitchell, we went over to some friend's house, and we're chilling in the hot tub. We're smoking, drinking. Don't recommend. Don't do this. You know,
Twisted.
smoking is not good for you. Drinking is not good for you, especially when you're underage. And with the hot tub levels on top of the mixing the other things, it kind of messed with your blood circulation. So I went to the bathroom, and I just pooped like no other. And then I'm sitting on the toilet for a
Not where I
long.
saw this going.
Well, it's gonna make a different turn. I'm talking about disappointing friends' parents. Well, I actually did disappoint her.
You didn't flush?
But nah. And I'm all the way in Boynton. I'm all the way in Boynton. I'm far away from home, and I leave the bathroom, and I just completely pass out because of it was cold outside. I'm in the hot tub. I'm doing all this stuff. So I think whatever the fuck the science is, it just threw me off. I pass out in front of this person's stairs. And I don't know how long I was out for, but I just went back outside and I was like, so no one came to check in on me? I'm like, I just fucking...
No one cared that I just died.
Bro,
in
and I was
30
just like,
minutes?
fuck. And I walk out of the bathroom and my vision just went black. So I was trying to grab the fucking hand railing for the stairs and I just passed out right in front of the stairs. Went up and I finally made it outside and my vision went black again. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? So I called Josh. Josh is a great friend of mine. Went to elementary school together. I was like, dude, I cannot go home. I don't know where you are, but I need to sleep over your place. He was like, bet, bro, I got you. I'm at this party right now, but if you just Uber over to my crib or whatever, get dropped off, I'll be there when you get there. I show up to his crib. I was like, yo, I'm outside. He was like, damn, bro, I'm not home yet. I was like, he was like, all right, let me call. It's like 4 or 5 a.m. He was like, let me call my mom and tell her to let you in. I was like, dude. And his mom, nicest lady ever, church-going lady. I never want to disappoint her, ever. So she answers the door, like she lets me in at like 5 a.m. She's like, oh, how you doing? And I'm just cooked out of my mind. And I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, I don't want you to see me like this. Like, you're like another mom to me. And then she come, I'm like laying down, getting ready. She's like, oh, you need anything? I was like, can you please, Miss Pat, please, just go to bed and let me rest. Cause I just feel horrible right now. This man shows up the next morning at like 10 a.m. I was like, bro, where were you this whole night, bro? Like, what are you talking about here? But yeah, I didn't disappoint. I'm not sure if she didn't know or if she knew, but she was just like, let me just let it slide, or not let it slide, but just let me not bring it up because he probably just feels a certain way. But I felt horrible.
You are not hanging out with TJ anymore.
Well, Josh is 10 times worse than me, and she knew it. So I was I was the friend who was like, you need to be more like him, bro. You need to be more like TJ because you smell like a pound of gas every single time you come.
That's crazy.
But that was my last story. I think it's time for us to wrap this up.
Episode 1.
Episode 8 of Seeing Green. We are filming again the same night. Sometimes we do the back-to-backs. So if y'all think we just don't, take showers, I promise you we do.
That's why we
Anyone
started
wants?
off this episode with talking about what shampoo and conditioner and body soap we use. So,
Back to back
we're
like
well versed.
back to back like who? Jordan,
Patrick Mahomes.
96. 97. Okay.
Oh, LeBron and D Wade.
Okay, that works too.
Gotcha. But yeah, this is episode 8 of Seeing Green. We will see y'all when we see y'all.
Oh man. We did it. That was actually a good episode.